soaps, welcome back to the channel. And today we are making a bestseller and a crowd favorite, Save the Sea Turtles. Now I made this soap for the first time, I believe it was last summer, and it was such a big hit. You guys love it. We donate a portion of the proceeds from every bar sold to an amazing Sea Turtle Conservancy charity. They do an incredible job. I will leave all of their links down below in the description box so that you can check them out. I still get newsletters from them kind of updating me on the great work that they're doing to help preserve the natural habitat of the sea turtles. They just do such a good job monitoring them and taking care of them and equipping and encouraging and inspiring others to respect the ocean and all that kind of good stuff. So it's a really, really great charity. I'll be leaving that down below. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I hope you guys like the updated design, and without further ado, let's make some soap. Before we can begin making the actual soap, I have to do a little something to the embeds. So these are the embeds this year, and they are so cute. They're even more detailed than they were last year, but I feel like they need a little bit of sparkle, like something to bring out the details even more. And they're a really good size, so the actual microns themselves are small enough that I think it will add as an accent and not take away from the look. Okay, so here's the Sparkle Me Blue Fairy Duster, and I'm gonna start by just holding it pretty high and spritzing from up here. I feel like it is highlighting the details in here. It's just not highlighting them as much as I want them highlighted. Here's some 24 karat gold. Now, ideally this would be in a spritzer, but I don't have one right now, so I'm just gonna wipe off this little brush I use for hollow. Just decorate this paper towel real quick. Gonna dust it in there, and then maybe I'll just try like tapping it like this. Well, that didn't work very well. Oh, see, it's too big, oh, that really brings out all of the everything. Oh, and how easy, you just brush it on. So satisfying. Sea turtles are done, and now we can begin making the soap. So I'm gonna pour in my lye water solution into my oils. The recipe I'm using today can be found in the description box below. Unless I specify otherwise, it's the same recipe I use in all my videos. I've been using this with like a variation of like, I don't know, 2 or 3% on olive oil or whatever for the last probably 6 or 7 years. It took me a pretty long time to develop a recipe that I felt worked well with multiple applications. This is the one, and I shared it with you. It's down below. So let's go ahead and blend this up. All right, first blend out of the way. So now we can split off our batch. I only have 2 little accent colors this time. So now that I have the accent colors, we can go ahead and dump in the powders. So for the base color, we're adding in some 24 karat gold mica. I didn't even bother to mix these up with oil this time. I just felt like it was a small enough amount that it didn't matter. I'm also gonna add in a little bit of pink. This is Cosmic Carolyn. And with that, I'm gonna anchor it with a little bit of TD. I have found that anchoring colors with TD is really, really, really helpful to get sort of an opaque finish. And then finally, we will add some titanium dioxide into this one, so we have a nice white accent. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be really pretty. I kind of based this on the Pink Sands Bath & Body Works candle art. There was one candle that kind of had that art on it, and it was really, really pretty. And then now I'm gonna add in the fragrance oil. So this is what we used last time for the Ocean Vibes soap. So this fragrance oil is called Abalone and Sea, and it is from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and it's like the perfect summertime ocean fragrance. All right, so let's go ahead and blend these up. All Alrighty, so it is time to mix everything in. I'm gonna start by pouring the pink into one corner, breaking the fall. I'm gonna go ahead and mix in the white here. I'm gonna grab my brambleberry molds and we will be back to do so after this quick commercial break. So I'll begin by pouring down this side. I don't have any color coming in yet. Oh, there we go. There's some color. Drippy, drippy, my. When it's nice and runny, it's really easy to pour these accents. That's for darn sure. It will also probably lighten up just a hair. Whenever you put in 24 karat gold, it can be a little bit deceiving sometimes about how dark it is. It almost always hardens lighter than it looks whenever you're pouring it. So keep that in mind if you've never used it before. All right, splendid. I'll wipe down the sides, I'll tap these on the ground, and then we'll mix up the soap frosting. Okay, before we begin putting on the frosting, I just want to say I was watching Garrett Watt's 90s room makeover. It's everything. You should stop what you're doing right now and go watch that. So I have mixed up my two colors here, and I will tell you, my soap frosting is being really weird today. It took a really long time to set up, and then one side set up faster than the other one, so I had to keep like whipping it all up and all that. So I'm just saying, if this looks a little bit wonky, that's why. They're not the same consistency. That looks so good. The 90s child in me is so delighted, which of course, there's lots of things about like the beach and stuff that are just nostalgic to me, but I think this time it's the color combo, not necessarily the theme of it. I am so excited to go to the beach this year. Let me tell you, Lily has been asking to go to the beach ever since she was probably 2, and it's a consistent thing. She probably asks me once a week, and it's never stopped. And I'm pretty sure this has to do with the Netflix Barbie show, the like Barbie Life in the Dream House, you know, with Skipper and all the sisters, and they live in Malibu, so they're always swimming and going to the beach. I think it is rubbed off on Lily. Okay, now before I move on, I want to put a little bit of an oil drizzle on here of the Tahitian teal and blue tide. I thought that would just, you know, bring it all together in a really pretty way. I'm not really going to focus on putting it in the middle. I'm mainly going to focus on putting it on the sides here because that's the part you're going to be able to see. Yeah, again, I don't know what's up with the frosting today. It's doing its own thing. I've tried to sweet talk it into behaving, but it's just being cranky. And you know what? I'm used to that because I have 2 kids under the age of 3. That's all right. I will work in your tragedy. It is fine. You're having a bad day. I can see that. We'll still finish this soap. Yeah. So let's go ahead and finish off with putting this final round of drizzle on top. Okay, we're gonna let that run down the sides, and now we're going to add a little bit of Arctic Sparkle Mica. This is from The Good Glitter. I am an affiliate. You can use my coupon code for 15% off. And I'm just going to begin by putting the glitter on because the embeds are going in on the side. They're not gonna take up a lot of room. I would rather just get all this good sparkliness on top, kind of make it look like, you know, bouncing waves, like the light is catching the soap and you're seeing a little bit of the sea turtle. It's a whole scene from a Barbie movie. So yeah, I'm gonna alternate putting in the blue and the gold as we go down. We'll see which one we like the most, but I kind of have a feeling after just putting in these two that the gold is gonna win because it does make it stand out a little bit more. I can't get away from that. Also, in putting these in, I do recognize that this is not really a sea turtle body. It's definitely a land turtle body. Well, actually, no, that's not true. His little flippers here on the side look kind of big. At first, I was like, well, we just got a box turtle we're putting on top, but I'm seeing his little fins are a little bit longer on the sides. So, you know, we're using our imagination, okay? This soap also kind of reminds me of the Soul Surfer movie that I actually only had watched as an adult because my mom wouldn't let me watch it when I was a kid because I was obsessed. And I do mean obsessed with the idea of surfing and moving to Hawaii. Like before that was an influencer thing that anyone did, when I was like 11 or 12, I went through this whole surfing phase. I've still, to this day, never in my life been surfing. But I was convinced that that's what I was gonna do when I grew up. And I wanted to have a beach themed room, and I wanted to have like the book and the movie, and my mom wouldn't even let me because she was like, you are too obsessed. It's all you think about. And I do kind of have one of those personalities where once I get hooked on something, it's really hard to get me off of it. So hindsight 2020, my mom was totally doing the right thing. It wouldn't have been good for me. But then I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, why? And that's all I see now when I'm looking at this soap is like a Soul Surfer soap. Save the Sea Turtles certainly looks improved from the first time I made it. I'll bring you guys in for a close-up and we'll let you see what you think. Look at all those little sea turtles just swimming. They're swimming out there in the deep blue sea. So I'm gonna let this sit for 18 to 24 hours, probably a little longer even because of the soap frosting being kind of weird. And then we'll come back and we will cut up these bars and take a look at that inside after this quick commercial break. Dun 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 dun. That's right, Natasha is opening up once again her little jaws to take a big healthy bite out of the sea turtle soap. Not the sea turtles themselves, just the soap. Get her all lined up. Oh, I think some of his shell is going to leave, but the rest of him is safe, and so we are okay. All right, let's pull out a bar from the middle. Yes, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So we have our little pinky white swirly sand, and then we have the blue and the sea turtle Hebe up there swimming away into the great ocean. I'm definitely digging the upgrade. I like seeing different colors together and it not just being a big blue bar. I mean, big blue bars are beautiful in their own right, but having a little bit of difference between the top and the bottom, I think really pulls it together and kind of puts a little bit of highlight on our embed. Question of the day. Do you like two-toned piping, meaning that, you know, the two different colors or a similar color but one's lighter and one's darker, or just the regular frosting that's like white with like a drizzle? Like, which one do you prefer? Obviously this one has both. It has both the drizzle on the side and it has the two-tone piping, but I kind of want to know what you guys prefer. Like, do you prefer to see it all mixed up top, or like just one color? Because I know some people are probably going to opt for the cohesion of one color, and other people are like, yes, yes, as much color as you can put in a soap. So yeah, let me know. I'm trying to take more and more of you guys' thoughts and ideas into consideration. I only have a few more months to design. I actually only have October, November, and December left. Everything else has been designed already. Most of you guys probably know that us soap makers have to work quite a few weeks in advance because of cure time. And with the delayed shipping times and raw material shortages in the world right now, the further we can get ahead, the absolute better, because it's taking sometimes 8 to 12 weeks for certain ingredients to actually arrive. Also, that's kind of just the way our company is organized. We're very, very, very organized, and everything is on a very regimented and detailed timeline. I know exactly what I'm making almost 90 days in advance. So yeah, we are already trekking way out into the future, and I'm trying to listen to you guys for those soaps around the holiday season. So be sure to answer this question of the day if you want to weigh in. Every vote helps determine the future of our frosted top bars. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it's getting more summery. You're starting to feel the beachy vibes. You're starting to feel warm and excited about maybe an upcoming vacation time. Hope this soap makes you feel inspired. If you would like to get a bar of it, it will be available on the first Saturday of June, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, royaltysoaps.com. I'm making a lot of them this year. I do recommend that you set an alarm for that time if you are interested in getting what is essentially my merch, because we do typically sell out of all the cold processed soaps at this point by the end of a full week, but most of the ones that people are really interested in go within an hour. So there's the updated turnaround time over here. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, like watching a sea turtle documentary, hopefully narrated by the marvelous David Attenborough. Oh, he reigns supreme. Or perhaps going for a splash in the ocean itself if you live close to that. If you do live close to that, I envy you. I would love it. I don't really care what you do, just be sure you do something fun for yourself today, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye for now. Meow.